Two criminal billionaires are destroying American cattle ranching in the Amazon rainforest, and you can do something about it. Josley and Wesley Batista turned Brazilian-based JBS Foods into a conglomerate that now controls over 25% of American beef processing capacity and is a primary reason for why your beef prices keep increasing. The Batistas grew JBS through acquisitions they gained by bribing over 1,900 government officials with $186 million in bribes. The brothers were imprisoned in Brazil and separately fined over $200 million by the U.S. Department of Justice. As recently as December 20th, the Minister of the Federal Supreme Court of Brazil, Dias Toffoli, made headlines when he suspended the $2.1 billion in fines that the Batistas were ordered to pay as part of their plea bargain deal for their corruption. Conveniently, the Supreme Court Justice's wife, Roberta Rangel, is a lawyer for the Batistas' investment vehicle. Critics see this as further evidence that the Batistas will continue to use any means necessary to gain more money and more power. JBS tried to file for an IPO 7 years ago, but were forced to delay their plans due to a long list of criminal allegations and scandals. Now, JBS Foods is attempting to list its shares on the New York Stock Exchange again, which is where your action is needed. The Batista brothers already own the largest stake in JBS at 42% through their investment vehicle J&F Investimentos SA, and the IPO could give the Batista family up to 90% control of the company, which would completely dilute any power that shareholders could have to hold them accountable. To help fight the IPO, share this video, comment "Ban the Batistas," and use the URL in my bio to send a pre-drafted email to the New York Stock Exchange and the SEC. The Batistas' rampant corruption runs even deeper. JBS is currently being investigated for using the Holcomb County Tyson plant fire in the COVID pandemic to fix beef prices in the United States. JBS decreased what they paid to American beef producers while charging more from retailers, which ultimately led to you paying more for your beef. And it doesn't stop there. JBS knowingly sold rotten meat domestically and into foreign markets and tried to cover it up. Brazilian environmental agents also discovered that JBS has continually sourced beef from illegal deforestation operations in the Amazon rainforest and displaced native tribes. A report found that 17% of JBS's cattle came from irregular ranches linked to deforestation. This beef can be shipped to the United States and packaged here and sold as a product of the USA because of labeling law loopholes. The IPO is concerning because it will give the Batistas more control and access to capital, which they will use to continue consolidating power of American meat processing, which will lead to higher prices and cripple more American ranchers. A bipartisan group of 15 senators sent a letter to the SEC last week to raise these concerns with JBS's IPO. The New York Stock Exchange and SEC should prevent the IPO, and we all need to work together to make them do this. Besides joining the fight against JBS, the other best thing you can do is to support your local ranchers.